We got Carol going through some changes. Are they going to be for the better? Manousos is officially the manliest man left in the world. We're going to see what happens with him. And Pluribus has 2 episodes left. Can they wrap this up? We're going to discuss all that and more on an all-new episode of Unbinged starting now. Welcome to Unbinged, the podcast breaking down your favorite shows and movies you love to binge. I'm Alfredo Brown, joined as always, got Jagger, Matt Kopf. We're talking episode 7 of Pluribus titled The Gap. Before we do that, let's get the spoiler warning.
Here's your one warning that we are about to spoil everything Pluribus related. And let's just say Vince Gilligan, because he made Breaking Bad, so maybe that gets discussed. I'm not sure.
Strap in, Pluribussies, because we're taking off in the Pluribus.
Yeah. We're about to Pluribust.
Are we? I feel like we were really making a dent in the social sphere with pluribussies. Someone else mentioned it the other day, and he's like, "My wife can't stop calling them pluribussies," and I was like, "You're welcome."
Yeah,
we did
this. We did this right here. It started with
social
a single thread, and now it's expanded into a
cultural
podcast.
phenomenon.
Yeah,
follow your dreams, kids.
Yeah. We should have Vince Gilligan on. It's like, will you come on the Pluribusy podcast? And he's like, I did not mean to invent this. I'm sorry. Like, I will come on your pod, but please call it someone else. It's
like, I guess I got to cancel the show now.
Oh. we were so concerned with what we could make, we didn't ask if we should make it. All right. We teased talking about Manousos early here in the show, and I know we had a really big ending with Carol. We're going to get to that, but I personally felt like this was a Manousos episode because this is the most time that we've spent with him. This was him going through on like quite literally the toughest terrain, and he gets all these warnings. He refuses help. There's so much to break down there, but I want to talk about the very end, where I think it's safe to assume he's either dying from dehydration or infection or whatever he's got, but he gets saved. Yeah. Yes. Right. Mm-hmm. Dying from yes. He gets saved. So after him telling the joined that I don't want your help, everything you have is stolen, it's not yours, you can't give what's not yours, like all this, they then save him at the end. What is the point of the joined needing to save him? Because from what I understand, all they've needed is to keep him happy for self-preservation. But kind of like, fruit falling off a tree or an animal dying of natural causes, this was Manousos' choice.
They can't eat
like it almost seems like he doesn't.
No. Tainted meat.
Then whatever. Then just let him die.
You just cut this point. It doesn't even. If you've never eaten a person before, you just cut that off, dude.
Never get a little mold on the bread. Get rid of those slices.
Maybe they saved him to detoxify him, to let him die, to then eat him. So maybe it's just a roundabout way of doing it. I don't know. I have no idea why they saved him. Why not let him just die?
There was so much talk last week about Diabate and like consent and Carol consenting to whether she can give stem cell. Homie can't even consent to being saved or die. Like he doesn't even have the choice to die on his own anymore. I think that's the bigger discussion point here. Did you guys pick up on that at all, Kopf?
A little bit. It felt, this could be a weird comparison, but you remember the original Incredibles movie where at the beginning the guy's jumping off the building and Mr. Incredible saves him, but then then like he breaks some ribs and then he gets sued for saving him. Like Manousos doesn't even have that option to sue Mr. Incredible for saving him when he didn't want to be saved. So you're right. There is no consent anymore when the joint take that choice away from you, where you can't even die on your own without them literally hovering above you in a helicopter waiting to like save you from yourself. So at what point does your literal like option to live or die not become yours anymore?
I'm not going to argue against you, but I am going to say that technically he didn't say, don't fucking save me. He said, just fuck off, like, and they seem to be very, I want to say litigious, but they clearly read the fine print, the type of people.
Yeah.
And
all the lawyers.
Yeah, exactly. And their biological imperative is to want him to join, thus wanting to save him so he can join. Yeah, and they're clearly so docile that their thought wasn't like, fuck yeah, meat's back on the menu, boys. Like they didn't have that thought at all. They literally thought that's like, okay, let's just save him, and then hopefully he won't hate us as much. And I think that's both sweet and delulu. I think everyone was a little bit delusional. Like Manousos is at the point where he's past Carol, and I'm like, dude, just you don't got it. Who you trying to prove? No one's watching Alone right now. Man versus Wild. Just fucking take a plane.
Not only that, but like he gets to the gap and be like, ask for a boat. You don't need their help to navigate the boat. Like, he could probably drive a boat by himself. But like go around. The thing is,
he's not going to ask for a boat. He does because whatever he gets
gas
from them
instead
is
of just
I know.
And then he's leaving money.
It just seems so silly. It seems so silly.
But it's not in his head.
I guess. It just, for me, it's like I see a resource. If I can utilize that resource, why not, right? Whereas he sees like I have to do everything my way, and that's where the dichotomy of the show is like we as the viewers have a different viewpoint than obviously the character who has this like hard line in the sand, where it's like so there's a difference. Would be a little bit more flexible and play within those boundaries, I guess.
I would say there's a difference, though, between him refusing help and him actually just doing things on his own, right? Like there are people all the time that just want to do things on their own, be their own man, so to speak, right? We've established this since the beginning. He was leaving notes for his customers that they'll be reimbursed. When he's taking gas, he's leaving money for each of those people. Like that is who he is. And then he just really doubles down with emphatically, like, this is not yours to give. I don't want it. Right. And maybe I'm digging too deep into this, but like I definitely saw this whole episode as sort of an allegory for the experience of being an immigrant and coming to the US and doing things on your own and not always being able to get help. And like, every second of his day, he's learning English, where Carol's just like, nah, I don't even want to meet with the people who don't speak English. Like it's such a stark contrast between the two. He's willing to brave the elements, learn English, leave money for other people, just to get to Carol, to quote a better life. To me, it was great.
I also love his little mantra as he's practicing English and he gets onto the like his name. I'm not one of them. I want to save the world. And like that was a little mantra to keep him going, even when he was like quite literally dying in front of us. So I thought that was an incredibly impactful moment in the episode of like he is so single-minded with this mission that he will literally risk life and limb to reach America in the hopes that he can somehow, with Carol's help, save the world.
He does seem it's crazy that as far as like a personality standpoint, he seems like the opposite of Carol, but because of their principles, they're very much on the same side. Well, Carol is just like, fuck you, fuck this, even fuck me there for a minute. Manousos genuinely believe, he's like how I used to feel sometimes when you're reading a comic book and you genuinely believe the shit that they're spitting there. Like, with great power comes great responsibility. And I'm not trying to say that those things are corny, but it's so black and white and wholesome that I think you could only get away with that type of mentality in this type of universe. Whereas if it was, let's say, like The Last of Us, and there's people still around like, Manousos, you fucking crazy bastard, like, get fucked, dude. Like, you're way too soft for this world. So, if anything, having Manousos and that mentality, along with what I think at least Carol's resourcefulness, she's lazy, and I won't say lazy. She's clearly going through a lot and isn't processing it as well as others, but if you have her resourcefulness and his just outright neutral good, maybe they actually can make a dent in the pluribuses.
It gets me every time you say it.
I just have a hard time imagining what they could do without any sort of scientific, biological background whatsoever. It's like they don't know anything. You
scream in their face and the whole world dies, dude. You could be like, act like a man, and then like everyone's just like seizing the fuck out. That doesn't
solve the problem. That just thins the herd. That doesn't do anything besides kill.
I'll say this though. We've seen that both of these characters are incredibly resourceful. right? Like there is something to people who just get stuff. Come on, like given the circumstances, they're no Bruce Wayne, right? It's not like just give them prep time and they can defeat an entire joint.
Maybe
Like,
Manousos might be.
you don't
I
know
don't know.
Manousos is up to, man. That's crazy. But like what we're
No,
Jag,
he
I
still has
just
a
started.
mom, so.
I just started watching Silo, and like spoilers in that one of the characters, Rebecca Ferguson's character, becomes sheriff, and they're like, yeah, because she's good at just getting shit done. And it's just like, yeah, that's kind of what we have with both Carol and Manousos. They're good at just getting shit done. They're just each going through very different treks right now emotionally through like this weirdness of just not having other people in the world.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm curious to see what Carol's mental state is when he finally makes it, because we saw an entire month where she's just blaring dad rock, hitting golf balls, and having a 4th of July party every single
Just basically
night.
a frat boy for
Exactly,
a month.
exactly. That she finally goes full castaway and like paints like come like will she be so far the other way where she's like, I'm so lonely, will you come hang out with me? That she's gonna be kind of against Manousos at the end of it. I don't think she'll be like purely on the side of the joined, but maybe she'll be a little bit more compliant if she knows how bad it can get, you know.
It's definitely an interesting point because we saw it took exactly 36 days before she broke in isolation. So to me, that was more a manipulation tactic by the joined to get Carol to be like, hey, we'll leave you alone if that's what you really want, but we know you're going to come crawling back to us, because they literally, like we said, they have all the lawyers' information. They have all the psychologists inside of them as well. So they know that if you want to break somebody, just literally put them in isolation and it'll be a matter of time before they come crawling back to you. So now I think we're going to get the opposite of what you're saying, Jag. I think when Manousos shows up, if he shows up to Carol, it'll snap her back into, oh shit, we're here to save the world. It's us versus the joined. And she won't be alone at that point because she'll have Manousos. So she'll be able to then take a step back from the joined and double down on the we're saving the world plan.
I think I land somewhere in the middle, that she's going to be happy to see Manousos. She's going to be back in on the plan. But I also think, we'll talk more about Carol in just a sec, but I also think the way this ended lends itself to maybe some complications for Carol, that she might start humanizing the joined in a way because of everything that's happened here. Which really quick, before we go to Carol and all that, I want to finish up talking about Manousos. Because I had this question. As he's going through the towns, all the people in the village there are like just doing their daily activities. The hola Manousos, like just like being super kind and all that. Is it a Vegas situation when he's not there? Do they just turn around and fuck off and like just go stare into the void? Like,
do the Vegas people stare into the void, or they like? I'm assuming there's so much work because there's so little food that everyone needs to be doing something. But at the same time, there's so little food. Do you need somebody? It's like, we need you to just lay the fuck down and not use calories, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
It's a balance issue. Because it feels like the people that are around the unjoined are kind of on a stage, because it's like we got to maintain normalcy so they don't freak out. Where like with the Vegas one, right? As soon as he left the room, everybody kind of like shut down to neutral. So you're right. There is a lot of work, especially if they're like harvesting the windfall stuff and processing food. We also don't know, are they building infrastructure? Are they rebuilding stuff? Are they... we still don't know so much about the joined and what their end game is, right? Like, what are they building towards? Are they like, what is their end goal? And I'm still struggling with that. So even though we only have 2 episodes left in this season, I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit, I have no idea what we're building towards. And I kind of like that. I can't predict that. But I think that's what we're going to get more information in the next 2 episodes, is like, what is the joined's true goal besides total assimilation?
I actually don't think we're going to get that, because their major immediate goal is so huge. Like, how do we just not fucking die? You know, and I'm not saying that we're not going to get that overarching goal, but I'm assuming we're going to get 3 seasons at the very bare minimum, maybe at least 2. So they're going to stretch out at least the motivations of what they want to be like a season 2 or 3 problem. And we just need Carol not to kill herself. And we need the Joined to, and the Joined's goal is to not kill themselves slowly through starvation. So like basically what I'm saying is you need to be patient, maybe, because like this episode felt like to go back to Breaking Bad. You remember the episode where they're trying to catch the fly the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
This is all this is all character development and getting to understand to people and where their mental state is as we bring them closer together. And again, we talked about this pre-show. I think people who are already on the fence about this show are going to get pretty upset, but we kind of needed this to happen. Now, before we do anything else, I got to say to you guys, I've watched every episode, every season of Alone. There's no way Manousos survives that. Like, this is only in a show he survives that. I just have to point it out. He would not live 36 days alone out in the middle of nowhere. The loneliness would kill him before the elements would, I think.
Let us know in the comments.
Well, I thought
could he survive?
I say some wild shit, but like I don't think he'd live.
I don't know, man. Your track record on science over the last month or so has been pretty fucking bad.
This I feel good about.
I agree with Jagger on this one. Yeah, this one I agree with Jagger. But we saw that he gets injured on day 13, and then the helicopter saves him immediately. So my assumption is those 36 days or whatnot, he's in the hospital recovering. He may not even be he might be in a coma for all we know. Like, they cut directly to the time jump with Carol, so we don't know exactly what happened to him after he injures himself, tries to heal, tries to machete his own back, close the wounds, and then the helicopter saves him. So again, we won't know until the next episode probably what's going on with him. If the cleanest thing would do is just have him in a coma, and then he wakes up from a coma and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't want him in a coma, but anyways, let us know in the comments down below. Could he survive that?
General Hospital. He watches a lot of soap, so coma's a big plot line.
He can't wait for the pit. Let us know your theories in the comments down below, whether it's Manousos trekking through the gap here, why he's getting saved, Carol, and how that's changing for the pacing of the show, all of it. And leave those comments down below. If you're watching this video right now on YouTube, take a second to like this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And the big thing that helps us so much is hype this video. When you like the video on your mobile device, immediately the hype button will show up. Press that hype button. It's big for us. We are a small independent channel that is growing. And if you're listening over on Apple or Spotify, leave a 5-star review. That is what the absolute biggest help that you can give us. It means so much to us if you've enjoyed even just a minute of this podcast. And after we finish up with Pluribus, we're going to continue. We've got Welcome to Derry. We've got Fallout coming up, season 2, Stranger Things season 5, The Pit, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We're going to be doing these types of episodes for so many different TV shows. So make sure you are subscribed to Unbinged. We kind of got all over the place here in the first segment of the show, and we kind of covered everything within 15 minutes, but let's unwrap this whole ordeal with Carol a little bit more. The way I saw this was, we talked so much last episode about how Diabate sees Carol making an avocado toast, and he's kind of like, ooh, I want to try that. And they're sort of like rubbing off on each other. And I saw this almost as Carol maybe embracing her inner Diabate and just like doing whatever she wants and just embracing the situation and getting to it. Let me go and have a nice dinner. Let me go play golf. Let me just do sort of whatever I want. And I wonder, I think, Kopf, you've made this comparison before. Is she kind of just going through all of the different stages of grief here, where we kind of have like a anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance? Is that what you're saying here?
That's absolutely how I read that, because it gets to a certain point where she's accepted that there's not much she can do, so might as well just hang out and have a good time. Though I'm not gonna lie, if I had to play golf for 30 days in a row, I'd try to kill myself too. That seems like a really
one of the few
boring
whites
way to spend your time. I can watch
from
golf.
Florida.
I can't play it.
And out of all thing, you're a white from you're a Florida white. That's blasphemous.
I do not have enough. I do not.
Look at you. You're a minority now.
I would break so many clubs. It's not even funny. Yeah, I would go nuts trying to play golf, but it just seems to be where she's finally gotten to the point where she's like, okay, there's no one left around. Even the other unjoined don't want me around because they don't like me. So I guess I'm just gonna she literally is like, I guess I'm retired now. She's just drinking all day, playing golf, and then setting off fireworks.
And I think to answer part of your question or argue part of it, I think she's an ethical diabate where she's like, I'm going to enjoy
don't involve
doing whatever the fuck I want. And I'm just going to say the hard part. Alfredo, you recently had a post where people are arguing about the ethics of Diabate's actions. And let's just say he's a fucking creep, man. You are not fully influenced, or excuse me, you're not fully involved, like in control of your faculties. You're being influenced by millions and billions of minds. So imagine that when you are done and unjoined, it's like, this is actually going to come back to Carol as well. You are drunk, and then you are conscious of the decisions you are making while drunk, and then you are embarrassed by it. So imagine it's like, wow, I'm joined. I'm like, wow, I let Diabate fuck me in a bathtub with 5 other strangers. It's fucking weird. And I think Carol at least understands that enough to where if she did seek out any type of partnership, it would just be with one person. And at least even if you had a need, you could apologize to that one fucking person, which is Zosia. Zosia's going to go through some fucking shit, you know? And that's what I think drove Carol to call them back, was just because she was drunk, almost let herself die when she was sober. She like, wow, that would have fucking sucked going out like that. Maybe I should get help.
Was that a suicide attempt or not?
Yes.
Yeah, it's suicide by like laziness.
Yeah, like, that was a sad suicide attempt.
Yeah,
it was like you just didn't tie the knot in the noose tight enough, basically. And you're like, phew, dodged a bullet, literally.
Yeah. Also, if it did hit her in the face, that's not a death blow. That's
what I was gonna say. That's not gonna kill her. Like it, like no, she's gonna get
that shit would have just
Jason Pierre-Paul'd.
But in the face.
So you're saying she'll get one more contract? Is that it?
100%. She can still hit that swim move. No, I just think that it's not a full suicide because she didn't like set it up to like, all right, let's go. It fell down and she's just like,
I don't know, man.
Fuck
that thing fucked up a house. Close. If I'm taking a firework rocket to the face, I got to assume it's breaking some of my skull. No,
like I'm saying, it'll fuck her up. It just won't kill her. Like even if
I don't think it'll guarantee her death.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah. Like she.
Let us know in the comments. How can you guarantee death?
Mm-hmm. What would you do if you were Carol? Comment suicide.
Funnest ways to kill yourself. We're getting red flag for sure.
Text noose to PLURB.
How would you pluribus yourself?
Yeah, we aged ourselves with that.
There it is.
We didn't bring up the Crazy Frog ringtone yet, so we're not too old. So oops, I just did it.
Okay, so with Carol, man, this was the comeback scene at the end, right? Where she paints that on the street and we get to the ending of the episode. It's just Zosia. And I have so many questions about this. And I think the answer to a lot of this is just yes. But is Zosia coming back because she's still the one that can most easily manipulate Carol? Is it only Zosia coming back for, I don't know, safety reasons? Because they are still all connected in a hive mind. I don't know. It maybe did something get triggered off in Zosia last time that she and Carol, like when Carol did the whole truth serum thing with her, is now Zosia immune to what could happen if Carol, like, no, I'm not saying that she's not part of the hive mind. I'm saying like,
no, I know
is she immune to like Carol's like outbursts, right? Where it doesn't affect her anymore. Like maybe something got unlocked there. They're like, yeah, you know what? Send Zosia. Like she's our customer service rep for Carol.
So I've got an idea, and I think it's, yeah. So I think this is very much like if someone is lost right in the desert for a long time, and then they get found and they're like emaciated and kind of starving, you don't bring them to a buffet because then they will literally die. They'll die from like overeating. So you got to slowly reintroduce them to calories and then get them back to a healthy weight before you give them a full meal. So to me, this is very much the joined slowly bringing Carol back into the fold by giving her one person that she is comfortable with before like a whole crowd shows up. You know what I mean? Because I think if the whole crowd of joined showed up at Carol's doorstep, she would have freaked out. Whereas having just Zosia there kind of slow pedals it back. I'm just saying.
Kopf, you're right a lot, was literally, and I don't know why I continue to argue with you, but I'm with Alfredo here a little bit.
I feel like they must have a failsafe.
Yeah.
They must have some sort of failsafe that they are comfortable, because all she did was say, come back. And for episodes and days and now over a month, they've just been like, our feelings haven't changed, but we need space. But now she says, come back. And they're like, bet, we're here now. There's something going on with Zosia here where they're like, actually, we're safe. We'll be self-preserved.
I think it's manipulation.
Again,
man.
goes to my point. Yes, that's what I'm saying. This has been a manipulation tactic by the joined the entire time. Like the whole, it's not you, it's us, we need space thing was a psychological tactic to get Carol on her back foot.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like when you're meeting someone, you're like, I'm not sure if they really like me. I'm not going to text them today. And if they text me, then I'll know that they actually like me and wanted to see me. Right. But they did that for like 30 fucking days and broke her down type thing by making her completely alone. And I think only sending Zosia was them sending a T-type pinky into the water, because it's like Zosia's already damaged goods. If anything happens, we're going to lose one. We don't know what Carol is capable of. She's clearly having a lot of fun with these fireworks. I don't know if she's going to Rambo the fuck out of us if we show up. You know?
I feel, first of all, Rambo the fuck out of us.
All the house.
Yeah, I was about to say go full
neighborhood. Yeah.
Full Kevin McAllister at this point.
I feel like sending Zosia is the joins version of like a you up text in an abusive relationship, and they're like, nah, we're broken up, but then after a month they drop the you up. Yeah, and like, and that's it.
We're sending our eye candy down there. You good? You know.
Miss you.
But again, it goes back to manipulation. This again, they send the one person that they know that she'll respond the best to, because they know from Helen's information, they know that this is the ideal woman for Carol from like a sexual standpoint. So she's gonna have the easiest time breaking through any resistance that Carol has still, even after 30 plus days of isolation. So again, I very much think that the joined are a little bit more nefarious with their intentions than we may be observing or letting on to.
The way I think, they're like the Sinners vampires, except less violent. Like their one imperative is to get you to join. They're like, please let me in. Like, they're singing a song right now. They're like, what is it? A pick poor Robin?
What's the Rocky Road to Dublin?
Pick poor Robin.
Oh no, that's when they got everybody.
Yeah, that's what I like. Right now, they're singing "Pick Poor Robin Clean." Like that's all they're doing right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would have eaten his feet, but they weren't fit to eat. That's the final line that they're at right now, and their whole imperative is to get her to join. So they're willing to do everything, even a little bit of this action.
Yeah.
This is after Mary's been turned, and now Mary's coming back. This is where we're at in the show. Zosia's coming back to try to bring him in. Yeah, there we are.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
We're going to eat every one last one of yous. Poor Josh.
Damn. This is just perpetuating that you can't trust beautiful women with a secret.
Don't say that on here. Don't say that on this pod. No, we're not that pod. We trust women.
We're not.
Even the beautiful.
I mean, I'm
ones.
Married. I trust my wife. She's in the room with me looking right
Prove
now.
it. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what I was just realizing too is, like, we talk about how this sort of isolation broke Carol, and she had a really nice version of it. Playing golf, going to dinners, basically just Uber Eats whatever you want at any time. Manousos just did the same thing. He did the same isolation since the
Extreme.
beginning of this. Like on Extreme, he's eating dog food. He's listening to every radio frequency. He's then going, like, he's siphoning gas and getting in his mouth. He's going through the rainforest. Like, he's going through the worst of it. And he's still physically he's broken, but mentally he hasn't broken. I just realized that too. Like, that's something that I think maybe they can connect with, or at least we as the viewer are supposed to be able to see that and connect that and like see that contrast.
If I was Manousos, I would call Carol soft. I'm like, you're over here drinking and playing golf. My ass went through the fucking jungle, bitch. Just like Uber eat me some food, even though I won't eat it. Do you think Manousos is like religiously motivated? Obviously, a little bit, where he's just like, this is a crime against God. Because I have a hard time seeing how like him and Carol believe the same things, but Carol's like, all right, I don't fucking trust you, but cool, give me a steak, whatever, fuck you, but I'll eat the steak. Is he so religiously constricted, conservative on his views that he's like, me accepting whatever this is me accepting something other than my own religious views? But I remember this game that I used to play where you had to like invade the earth. It was like a flash game. Yeah, we used to play back in the day. And like one of the big enemies were Christians, because they're like, if you're an alien, then it just proves that God isn't real. So you had to like invade them and like suck them up as well. Like, is that where he's at? Where he's like, this is a crime against God, and even if I have your water, I'm sinning?
I think it's very possible. I mean, like that's very common in Latino culture, especially there in South America, but there hasn't been any hints to it.
The whole Bible shit and like the thing in his car or whatever. Didn't he have like a little mini Bible hanging?
Did he have a crucifix?
Yeah, something. I
don't remember seeing a crucifix.
Oh, I might have missed that. We got to go. Okay, let us know in the comments. We may have missed that.
What was that thing that he hung in the car that we even saw it burn? Like it felt like a little bit of character development.
A rosary?
Yeah, it wasn't a rosary. It was either a picture of like his mom before he hated her or something, or it was like a one of your various saints.
I was gonna say it could have been a saint. There's a lot of stuff that, like, especially in Latin culture, that's like very confusing when it comes to religion and like.
I think that's just religion, buddy.
Sure. Like with the various versions of like Catholicism to Christianity, it's all like, dude, growing up, my mom had a cross over every single door in the house, and I didn't realize it until I was a teenager. And I looked up and I was like, huh, when I go to the other houses, they don't have that above their doors. It was like a weird thing that I didn't realize until I was older.
It's a little weird.
And those other houses all had demons inside them, Alfredo. So.
Yeah. I love you, Alfredo's mom, as well. I would have said it's weird to my mom as well. So at least you had Jesus in your heart. My mom didn't. She had the devil
in our heart and in our house.
Yeah.
God. So while I didn't have the religious aspect for them, I viewed it more like Manousos is the type of player or a type of person who plays Elden Ring on like the hardest difficulty without any assistance whatsoever, and Carol's sitting here using mods. So they're playing the same game, but they're going about it in two different ways. So while they're
but like, is he trying to flex?
Carol's going for the easy route.
So this is
Some
another.
People
it's
just
another
like the challenge.
It's another allegory, man. This is boomers and Gen Z. Carol's Gen Z complaining about everything, and Manousos is just like, nah, I got this. I'm gonna do everything on my own. I don't need help, even to the point of like, I'm just gonna die instead.
You work hard too, Gen Z. Please like our stuff.
Yeah, Gen Z is mad at me. I'm not doing well with them right now.
He's not.
I told him to stop wearing pajamas out places. I don't know. I got crucified for that.
You're wrong on that one.
To your point, though. No, he's
Why
not.
am I wrong? Don't wear fucking pajamas out in the world.
In the
so there's something
about comfort.
No,
pajamas are made out of 30 count rough sheets. Essentially, the thought of that touching my skin while I'm sweaty is horrifying. And here's my other part about Gen Z: if they had actual proper workout equipment, maybe they would feel better in the gym. Maybe they're like, oh wow, I'm way more functional if I'm not wearing fucking slides and pajama pants. I have some proper footwear where I can, grip
the slides
some
I
shit.
don't agree with. Yeah.
Kopf, do you wear
footwear?
Kopf, I got to ask you a real question though. Do you wear pajamas?
I mean,
is this what's going on?
I consider sweatpants as pajamas. I wear sweatpants to the gym all the time. I
But that's
wear
different.
joggers all the time.
Sweatpants is like
sweatpants are designed.
But leisure.
They were designed for working out, and then we co-opted them for pajamas.
Yes,
as pajamas.
it's called sweatpants. They're not called sleep pants.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Just saying, they were like every PE uniform from like an '80s movie too. Is like they all had sweatpants.
I'm talking about the PJs that your grandma gives you to wear to open up your gifts on
like
Christmas.
Flannel pajamas.
Straight up,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I've seen
You're like your Grinch pajama pants at the gym. Like that doesn't work.
All right, fair enough. You got me there. Right. I'm just used to what I wear as pajamas, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's I'll wear that to the gym.
That's the first thing that Alfredo's doing if he's in Pluribus. He's like, all right, let's like no more pajamas in gyms. I know you guys got to work out. Lululemon or get the fuck out. It's country club rules, baby.
We got Lulu, we got Aloe.
Yeah. I will allow Amazon Basics, but hide that logo.
Okay. So one of the things we'll move on from me getting killed online, making fun of pajamas, but like one of the big topics online about Pluribus has simply been the pacing. A lot of people complaining it's too slow. Jag, you said this before we started recording, that you think the people who already thought it was too slow are really going to hate the show. I honestly feel like the show's just kind of weeding people out. Like it's just if you can't sit and watch the story, then it's just probably not for you, and that's okay.
Agreed.
I judge us. We have zero patience anymore. Like no one died. No. It's like, the whole fucking world is over, guys. Well, like maybe just take a beat and figure this shit out. You know, like I feel like Game of Thrones fucked us up, and I feel like I'll bring this up once a week on the show somehow, that the Game of Thrones, how everything ended with that show fucked up TV and fucked up our expectations. Just because we need a death or a major battle every episode. Television networks now do actually stretch shit out way too long, like they did at that final season, that even now we can't even enjoy something that is inherently so different like Pluribus, that we can't even be patient for, 9 episodes that we have? Yeah.
This reminds me so much of Severance, where it's like we were learning something each episode and getting something each episode, but we really didn't know much. And then we really got something in the final episode. And that was it. And even then, it was this massive cliffhanger. We still knew nothing about it. But then you take 3 years to get the next season out, and everyone's like, hey, you seen that joint Severance? Like the whole season? It's amazing. People had the time to sit there and binge through it, and they loved it. And I feel like that's where we're going to get with Pluribus. It's weird that Vince Gilligan can put out all these shows, have such a good track record, and then we're like, I don't know. This time, I think he's losing the sauce. It's just no, he's actually putting together a great show. The Jag, you blame kind of Game of Thrones on it. I'm like, I'll do the old man thing, and the TikTokification of content and the YouTubeification of content is like, we need a lot to happen within a span of less than 30 minutes for our brains to keep going. And I don't think we need that here with Pluribus. Like I joked that it's prestige TV Seinfeld. It's a show about nothing, because you can really say that every single scene is a different representation of different things in real life. And it's just really, really good.
And where I judge it is like, where are we at now? To where we watched a motherfucker hike the gap and fall into a cactus tree. I don't know the name of. I've never fucking heard of this tree. It like jizzes poison out of all of its barbs. And then we're all like, that's boring. A what? What's it called, Kopf? It's from Australia, I'm assuming, and you'd know it.
No, they said it in the episode. It was like a suka palm or a circle palm or whatever. And it's covered.
See, I didn't want to butcher it, so that's why I was going to call it the toxin jizzing tree. That seems like it rolls off the tongue.
But I like how each of us, that represented our personalities so much. Kopf had the technical name, I called it the spiky tree, and you called it the toxic jizzing tree. Like, it just represented the three of us so well. We are a Sherwin-Williams color palette of just dumbass stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
What color are you? I'm fuck green. What is fuck green? Like, I don't know.
I'm fun green. Kopf's technical green.
No, Kopf is like what's an actual name for green? Like
I'm forest green.
Verde.
Anyway, the jizz tree.
It's
we can't even watch that and be entertained anymore. We're too cooked as a society. Yeah.
It's also, I feel like people don't differentiate between genres anymore either. This is a very much character-driven show. This isn't it has sci-fi elements to it. It's not an action show. It's a drama in the fact that there's it's not a comedy. But
wait, Taylor Sheridan didn't make this?
It's so character-focused. I know, right? But it's so character-focused that I think people are losing that focus, right? They're like, oh, we want more to happen. But it's like, no, you're watching a character in Carol devolve because of isolation, because of everything she's going through, losing her partner. And now we're getting to that point where shit's about to pop off because she's broken down. So I think the next 2 episodes, we're going to see a little bit more faster pace of things happening. But we also have so little information on what's going on with the Joined and their end game that as we slowly get those pieces, it's going to feel like a faster paced show because we'll have more information to go off of, more context. But until that happens, it's going to feel slow. And that's literally the purpose. So anyone that's complaining about that, you're right, Alfredo. This probably is not the show for them. Go watch something a little bit easier to digest then, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a Real Housewives of some fucking place that's available for you. It's great. It's enjoyable. Blippy. All right. Let's get to the portion of the show where we do this every week. We take a look at the audience comments, questions, theories, everything that you guys have from the previous episode on YouTube. So make sure you're commenting there. And then we take some of our favorite ones and read them here on the show. The first one we got here is from John Answers, who basically brings up, is the frequency how they are communicating? When he says they, I'm going to assume he's talking about the Joined, right? Is that what because we were talking, sorry, just to give it a little more context, Manousos, when he's going through all the frequencies last week and he finds one and he's hearing that sort of like rhythmic beat to it, do we assume that is the frequency in which the Joined are currently on and how they are able to communicate with one another? Is that where you guys are at as well?
I didn't even think about it.
No.
That it's kind of, I feel stupid because I'm like, how are they talking to each other? It's not like they're like, like, can you hear me now?
Professor Xing and Cerebro.
I thought it was hive mind telepathy, but maybe it's the frequency. I thought
but like how? We're not like did you download an upgrade to get like Apple with AI assistance? I don't.
Again, we don't know. We just don't know enough about the Joined and how they operate to really say one way or the other. I took the frequency that he found because it was a weak signal, less of it being something from the Joined and more of like other survival groups or like a survivor, like one of those bunker type peoples that the Joined don't know about yet. That's how I read it. But it is a interesting idea that maybe they are somehow utilizing like a frequency to communicate across the globe. That's an interesting point.
It would make sense, right? Like almost kind of an Alien Earth where our main character can speak xenomorph essentially because it's such a high pitch frequency that like no one else really speaks or understands. And I'm wondering if that's sort of like whatever's happened here with the Joined. It's maybe some, like I mentioned back earlier in the season, it's kind of like a limitless situation where it's unlocked the rest of the brain here, where it's like now they can hear and speak in different ways that weren't previously available.
You unlocked Human Brain Premium. Here's your new features. It's like
Rivermind Plus.
You can upgrade to gold level to get rid of ads. Someone else here, and it's not. There's not really a name. It's MM-IN7TN. Sure, let's no judgments. Put a name though. They mentioned that the radio signal could be similar to the signal in the movie Arrival. I haven't seen this movie yet, guys. So what are we talking about here?
I know I watched it. I can't remember the ending though. So, Jag,
what a great response! I know I watched it. I don't know.
Yeah,
it happened.
The thing about Arrival though is like it's less about how they're communicating and what they're communicating, because like they communicate in like circles and shit, and it turns out that she was like dead the whole time. That's a confusing movie, but like, yes, MM-N17N, yes. I think it's like Arrival. Let's just assume it's alien, it's foreign, and it just works. So
there we go. Last one on here comes from Plant-Based Daddy, who's been a supporter of the show for a long time. I just want to give him his props because he gave us this theory last week and he was dead on. Said, I'm wondering how the guy from South America is going to handle the Darien Gap, since you can't drive from South America to North America due to this, and it's one of the most dangerous treks in the world. Also, next episode is called The Gap. So just want to give his props, man. Good call out. Kopf, you got
not about thigh gap or tooth gap. It was definitely about
or the gap, the store. Yeah. I just want my gap back.
All would have been
all great answers.
All would, yeah. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it for us here, man. Episode 7. We got 2 episodes left of Pluribus. You guys, what's the confidence level? Confidence meter out of 10. 1 to 10 here.
7.
Where are we at?
7.
Oh, I'm at a 9. I think he's gonna land it. 9 for sure.
Kopf's at a hard 9. Jag's at a soft 7. I'll give it an 8, just for just to ride the fence here. Yeah, why not? I'm done making statements that are going to piss people off on the internet here
Today.
Well, guys,
busy.
Today. I'll be back tomorrow doing it. Get ready. On Threads at Alfredo A. Brown. All right, we will be back again next Thursday. We drop these episodes 9:45 p.m. Eastern time, right after the episodes finish airing on Apple TV Plus. It goes up at 9 p.m. Eastern. Episodes are usually about 45 minutes, so this will be on YouTube ready for you guys. We'll be back again next Thursday. Like I mentioned, we've got It, Welcome to Derry, Fallout Season 2, Stranger Things Season 5, The Pit, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So many great shows we're going to be covering here on Unbinged, so make sure you are subscribed. As always, I want to thank everybody for watching or listening all the way through. For myself, for Jagger, for Kopf, we'll see you next time. Adios.